Okay, so this is a little tutorial on enclose plus win, and probably put on an object to obstruct the enclose deformation. Let me get rid of the gate for the first bit. So in the previous set, what I did is basically, let me go to 4 and see this. We did the polygons. I select the object and I smooth it with options 1 or 2 depending on the definition of your model, but we need to smooth it out. And then I select it, and in N dynamics here I said create enclose. I'm not gonna do it because I did it already. I already did it. And this guy comes here, which is the pretty much the symbol or the toggle for meaning that this object has an enclose associated. So when we press play and I change the settings for the video here, down here to 500, could be whatever, as long as it's long enough for the deformation to occur, you know. And if you press play, it goes slowly because there's a lot of geometry. Some of you guys may have a very complex geometry that's going to deform even slower than this one, because it's calculating basically how each of these vertices and faces are deforming according to gravity, as if it was a closed system, no? So as you can see, it deforms in time and the frames are going on. You can animate this, you can do as you wish. Okay, so we can always just stop, say no, I want to start again, see how it deforms, stop in whatever frame and render it because I like the deformation. That was the tutorial before. So let's do the next step. The next step is going to be, I'm going to hide the plane that this person did. I'm going to Control H after selecting that, and I'm going to create a sphere, polygon sphere, and it goes there to center because I have in creation, this is an old story, non-interactive creation, not clicked. So I'm going to just select the sphere and move it whatever place and move it down just to make sure that it's underneath, and while this guy is falling down and it hits it, I'm going to go to the top view, and yes, it's underneath, so it's going to somehow obstruct the movement of this. No, of course, if we don't do anything here, we just play it. You know, machines are not that smart. We have to tell it, you know, you sphere behave as a collide type of object. So if not, this guy's gonna go through like this guy's the sphere is invisible for me, you know. So I'm gonna go back, stop and back, and I'm gonna basically select the sphere, and in the same place as we did the enclose here, we're gonna go to create passive collider after selecting the sphere and press it there, and this guy will have a little toggle associated, and immediately this cloth, it's gonna understand this as a collider object. And there, I don't want to mention it because you can imagine in how many ways this guy can collide with this guy. You can say collision strength, you can say the friction, you can say like I want it to be stick, so you can raise it and this one will be stick to that. There's so many options you can change that I encourage you guys to change, but for now, just to test that it's colliding, I'm gonna press play and see if it actually collides, and it obviously is gonna take much of the memory because it's, you know, it's a complex geometry interfering with another one, and it's quite a challenge for the machine to handle. You see how now it's colliding there, and it's quite interesting, the shape, and it's because we don't have any stickness, it's gonna just slide around, and it's quite nice. I'm gonna wait for the next one to collide, and there, press stop. Okay, and it stops, and I'm gonna actually select the sphere and Control H, and I'm gonna go to the outliner and select the plane and Shift H to show it, and put it, let me press 5 to see it. Let's put it somewhere where we can render it nicely. There we go. Now this is a combination of enclosed and colliding with another object. So I think it's a nice shape. I still think that we should have deformations that still remind us of the original object, in this case the helix, which it does. But it could be like now introducing new ideas of wrapping paper, or like whatever type of cloth that is wrapping a surface, etc. Okay, I'm gonna render this guy, and that will be one of your deformations within the other ones that we did before. For the end cloth deformations, the second row, 4 options that you have to change. So test with different objects, etc., etc. I'm gonna render it and pause it here. Okay, so we have it here, and I think it's quite nice. Just remember, I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning, to get these soft shadows, you just need to select the sun and go to the see if it does it. I think you guys remember I've said this like 100 times. I think that you select this guy. Let's press 4. Select it, and you go. Two things the person did is reduce the multiplier so it's not so bright, the object. And then in physical sun, the last one in the attribute editors, this person. Well, I think I did actually 4 and 40. So you have this shadow sharpness increase, so it looks much. Well, depends on what you want, nicer or not. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop this one here.